What is up, everyone? So Inori back at it again. This time I'm gonna be playing the new Rell jungle. Not so new, but now it's actually at the point where Riot has actually made her a good jungler. And I think for some people who like that kind of support engaged playstyle, I think Rell jungle can be really good for you. So the build path Evan Shroud with Hourglass, super OP. I highly recommend. If you guys like this champion, give it a try. And for starts, I think, you know, W generally gives you the best damage with the extra attack speed when you dis and remount, so it's very strong. And you know, just start W level 1, make sure you get that kind of like bonus damage as well. Very easy to kill. As you can see in Q, level 2 is just very good ability. So when you dismount like that, it's always going to give you more attack speed, which is really nice for your jungle clear. So Rell jungle is just very good. Now her new Q is a stun, but it has a bit of a cast time, so you have to watch out for that. And your remount has that kind of knock up ability, so which is really cool interaction. So here we're just soloing Raptor. If you're not going to get a leash, Raptor solo is really good. You don't have to solo Raptors, but you know, we've been doing it a lot on a lot of champions, so I've been pretty fond about, you know, just Raptor solo. You see that little knockback thing you get there. E gives you movement speed now, which is pretty cool, but it also gives you a huge damage proc. You know, the runes Phase Rush or Glacial Augment are like your options. I'm going Phase Rush this game because they have a lot of range champions, so it really just depends up to you though how you want to play it. Here I'm just gonna go my blue first, and I see this guy, so we're gonna see if we can get a fight. And looks like we're chilling now. Bro just killed my karma. Bro, I was about to kill this guy too. We gotta watch out for the brand autos. I'm gonna kite a bit here. Try to make a run for it. Oh, unfortunately, we're able to get out of there. Yeah, look at Kiana. I had a free W on this there. But you know, you see the cool Q stun is a really big, strong ability. There's a lot of power to it. This item, this component right here is huge, by the way. This is what we really like about the Evan Shroud, is the fact that we can get, you know, that kind of component there. The Bell fighting me was surprising, but you can see I missed my W, yet I was still able to kind of really fight there. If I feel like the fight's bad, I can always use my, you know, my Phase Rush to run out of the fight. Your E is like that movement speed, also amplifies your next auto, as you can see, like that. And here you just want to do your damage and smite if you have 2 charges. And just keep autoing whenever you can. You are a little slower when you're in this kind of form, so you just have to be aware of that. You can kind of see how that damage is just really good. So really strong champion. The Hex Flash is going to really allow you kind of get that advantage, so it's a really cool thing. Something to kind of remember about that. Here I'm just going to smite it again to kind of speed up my thing. You want to Q max on this champion because your Q scales really well, and then you want to E max second, so it's going to be Q into E max for our skill order. Remount to speed yourself up as you're kind of moving between camps, and just make sure you're playing smart is really just an important thing. You know, just get your farm. She's extremely fast at clearing jungle now, as you can see. The E damage is very strong. Your W damage also very good. And not only is she just really good in those areas, she's also very strong just by ganking as well. So a lot of opportunities to gank will be there. You can kind of see that damage on your camps are just extremely high. So definitely got to take advantage of that. Here I kind of want to look for a fight. But my team is a bit cautious a bit. I was able to stun her to reduce that damage on her E ability. gonna speed up my Kiana so you can possibly run away there, but get the double stun there. Popper with that Q, dodge abilities. The E movement speed is really big, as you can see how I cut it there. You know, you really, this champion is extremely cooldown based. You're gonna really have to play around your cooldowns like I did. And when you have your E to re-engage again, it's just a very strong ability. Your wave clear again is just extremely good. And just CS well if you can. So remember, E is the good, W is the engage. It kind of like hits hard in front of you and then it kind of like rolls down. Very good. It gives you the knock up, right? Very important part. Your Q is also really important. If you can stun them, it just kind of guarantees you can hit that. E is really good for clearing. And the auto is really high damage. So you're really about taking kind of like the way I put it is that you want to take more trades and just kind of kite around. You really have to wait for cooldowns on this champion, so just remember that. E, it's not really an auto attack reset. You just use it, get that auto off. It's going to give you damage. W, so like people right in front of you, without your R, it can definitely be, there are chances like people can dodge it, so you got to watch out for them. Here, we're going to get our items now. We're going to be ready to go on the map. Like I talked about, this item, this component is really OP. So I just always love to have it. I think this game we're going to CDR boots and just buy a pink ward for now. Whenever in your base, just E to gain movement speed so you can just move around the map faster. And at this point, I'm just going to keep farming because, you know, like my farm is just incredible. Like, this new champion is just, she farms so goddamn quick. And just wait for dragons too. I can do dragons extremely fast. Here, the auto attack lasts a very long time, the empowered auto, as you can see. You can really control the E landing or the W, so just be aware of that. And once you get some points in your Q, it's just gonna really start to take off here. Oops. But here I do want to fight, so I'm gonna look for the opportunities to fight here. We're able to get the kill there. Able to get the bell, and looks like a clean fight there. Able to get the double stun. I'm gonna kite around a bit. I do have a stun if she walks up at all, but she's playing pretty safe. Bell could come from base, so I'm not really gonna overstay here. I'm gonna base fast. I mean, that was a good play. My flash could have been a bit farther. I did have potential to go for like a farther angle. Overall, good play for us. Ideally though, I would probably have wanted to have my Evan-Shaw by now. Evan-Shaw is incredibly broken item. We talked about it a lot. So cheap, so effective at what it does, and just the amount of stats you're gonna get. This component is just so good. Like having this early game, it's just incredible. A lot of the power is just in this kind of component stuff. Here, you know, once you start to get a good amount of ability haste, your Q cooldown's really short. You don't really have to like use your W all the time. Fortunately, he was able to do that. I'm gonna use the phase rush to keep kiting. Oh, that hit me. Karma, how about don't run at me with the Branor. But we're gonna have our Evan-Shaw next space, so it's really good for us. Extremely difficult to lock her down. That's what I really like about the phase rush. You can go for that engage, and then even after the engage, you still have that kind of a ability to just really get out of the fight if you need to. I'm gonna keep watching a bit. I'm gonna wait for my Evan-Shaw. It's a really important base, and then I'll probably go on the map and farm. This isn't like a kill carry champion. This is really about assisting your team. So if you like a more supported playstyle, you're gonna have a lot of assists. You're not gonna have as many kills as you're gonna want, but that's completely fine. As long as you're farming well in this champion, you're still gonna be carrying the game with good control, and playing for objectives like Dragon will be very important for us. easily go over walls. Hex Flash is extremely good for that too. So here, if I wanted to go over, I could just easily just kind of go over like that, knocks that. Use all your abilities, you know, smite whatever. But here, because I died, so I don't want to. The way I look at it is like I need to speed up my clear a bit. I don't want to waste too much time farming. I don't want to waste too much time not farming. So I'm gonna make sure I clear one side of the map, like the blue Grom. It's gonna be really good for me here. I think I overestimated that Q damage right there, but it's okay. Keep your abilities spamming, just keep it going, cycling through your spells. And then once you have your kind of abilities up, you just play forward here. A lot of your killing is going to be on sort of your ability cooldowns here. She's on dragon, so we're definitely going to fight here. Looks like we have engage here. Use our abilities, kind of cycle the auto. We just need one more Q to kill. Ooh. One more auto. Oh my god, she got a double there. Clear the wars fast. Oh, ran out. You know, probably reset, we're just low on eco, low on timer. This is where we're going to start going to our Zhonya's to really build up that kind of survivability. You know, you can go supportive items as well. I think getting a little AP engage ability is very nice though. And looking at like higher like ranking, you know, Qiyana players or Rell players, is the Zhonya's second is a really powerful buy. It gives you that kind of survivability after engaging. Just make sure to, you know, stack up these kind of tanky items. So there's a lot of great options. You can go for like straight tank items, or you can just itemize for the more supportive ones too, and it's perfectly okay. Just Evern Chop first is just a really good one. And then Emax second, and this is when your clear really just kind of takes off here. So it's where it just really starts to pick up. So here I'm gonna look for the kilo on the bell. I can get it in time. Bit of a misstep there, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Should have already been sooner there. Should have ulted a little sooner there, my bad. But it was still worth it. In my head, I imagine it more like a Diana R, but it's more its own thing. It's not so much a Diana R. You really have to get close to really start the pull. So there's something just to keep in mind. So just make sure you get the Zhonya's, and then your build's pretty much free. Abyssal Mask is extremely good for, you know, the MR. Like, so in this game, I'm against like a lot of AP. So I'm gonna easily kind of like itemize for the AP. I should have actually went Abyssal Mask first. Honestly, we might go Abyssal Mask. But you want to itemize for whatever stats. Zhonya's is good for the AD, you know, Abyssal Mask for the AP. So I'll probably just actually go into that. Here we just want to keep clearing, make sure we just get the jungle camps going. Again, it's something we died, right? So we just want to make sure we put our time back into actually farming. So if I farm this entire side, this is going to give me what I like to call free time. So now I have a bit of free time, so I can look mid. See if this guy's here. If he's not here, I'll cross. And after that, we can look for like whatever we want. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was a bit of a party. It was a bit ambitious to go that way. I think I might have went too crazy there. As fed as me and Qiyana were, we kind of got a little sucked in there. Usually for Rell, you want to kind of play for flanks, not so much head on like that. Flanks are just much better, especially against rank comps, because they just fall to like, they just can't really handle that kind of power. Where when the range champions like this they get flanked, it's just much better for you. Here I don't want the I'll wait for her to eat her and give her move speed. Here I don't want the Bell to get another Herald, so I'm gonna play for Heralds out here. E range is super broken. See how much movement speed she can get. Always just boost whoever's next to you. You can press it on yourself and it'll still boost an ally, but very strong ability. Here we're gonna play hard for Herald. Make sure we can get a pick here. Your all cooldown is actually very short, so see what kind of camps are up for Bell. Sometimes diving is really good too. This guy has like 3 pinks here. Hi, I do have a health pod. Personally, I think the Bell is gonna come here, but maybe it's a bit obvious, so it's hard to go for. I'm gonna go farm. I'll be back. Camille just kind of like got deleted, so I'm just gonna have to wait a bit. Not much else going on right now. Probably start the Herald now. I'll do the Herald, make sure we are able to get that kind of boundary going. And you know, when you're dismounting like this, you attack way faster, so just remember that. Here, I mean, usually I wouldn't play so hard for like a Herald like this, but because it's I'm against a Bell, I really don't like Bell getting Heralds. Here I might be able to kill Teemo after though. He's quite low, so we'll see if we can get him here. Should be able to get him here. A lot of damage by him though. At least I'm fast enough to get out. Oh, might be able to get her too. That's her last charge. Oh my god, actually smited me. How fast was she going? Oh, that's a kill by me. Inori's rich. This is Louis Vuitton, baby. Alright then, I mean, that's good play though. I mean, we got all her sums. Now we're actually chilling. Now, personally, I don't think I'm gonna die at all. That was like my last death. They always, that's what I say. 5 deaths is the cap for me. Inori never goes above 5. That's too much. 5 is what you get, what you get, what you get. Now we're not gonna die no more. This game's over. My engages are literally gonna be cream of the pie, man. It's just gonna be beautiful. It's just nothing's gonna happen. But also I should get my Pokemon completed. So here my bot size up, so I'm gonna go and do my boss side. Really good MR item, really good for tanking damage. And just make sure you get the correct items depending on like what games. Really flexible too, you know, just think about what you think might be good for you. And also just still continue farming. If you have a lot of jungle camps, it's not bad to just full clear until objectives are up. Because you are kind of a champion that needs to kind of full clear. So you just have to kind of full clear for that. So is there a bit, you could definitely kind of get that AoE on the backside of it. Now that I look at it, it does have a good backside AoE radius on the Q. So if I want to hit 2 camps, I can just kind of Q like that. It does get them on the backside, so that's cool. You always want to full clear before dragons though. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'll clear one side and we'll play for Herald and Dragon. Herald's about to... They are getting pretty low. We got some movement speed. Oh, we got some speed, baby. Dude, it's insane how fast you are. This is what I'm saying. I wasn't gonna die anymore. I don't say things just to say them. What am I? A liar? I say things because I believe in them. That's all that matters. And always just movement speed buff whoever you think. You click on them and then you press E, it will give them the movement speed. So just remember that. And that Q damage is, like we said, is very big ability. I could try to rush Baron in my base. I'm thinking about it. But once I was properly itemized for the enemy team, it was very, you know, I just feel much stronger too. Zeke's is a good item too if you want to play more of the supported build path. It gives you kind of like generally a lot of stats you need. You generally don't need mana though. That's what I feel like I don't really want. I'd rather just get more selfish stats when I play. You gotta see that Q damage really taking hold here. See, I want to be on the map fast. So here I don't really full clear because if I can just play in their jungle first, then it's just much better for me, right? So if I can play aggressively, then I can full clear. It's just much better. So now I can play aggressively on Baron. So like if you can make the picks, my ability cooldown is really short. The penalty is only like 50-second cooldown. So you really don't have to be scared to like you take advantage of it. Q does really good Baron damage, so don't be afraid to do Baron. But I think these two items were very core, you know, MR, the Abyssal Mass and stuff like that. Oh, I'm committed, by the way. I never run out of time. Maybe it wasn't worth it, but it just got to a point where it was actually just personal for me to kill Azir. It was just very personal, and also flash doesn't matter because I got hex flash. You know how that goes. But you know, this is just like a generally good game for. If you want another MR item, you know, Force of Nature is a really good option as well. But yeah, you're just gonna be really a supportive, engaged kind of tank champion. You peel really well. Your armor shred is really good. Destroys shields. If you Q hit them, it will destroy the shields. Really big thing to actually remember when you're playing her. And you shred armor in MR, so that's like what you really have to kind of keep in mind. I think she's great right now. She's very OP support. I think she's actually at the point where she's good for jungle now, as you can tell by this glorious game. I only have a couple games on her, but I feel pretty confident when I play her as well. Or can perma tank, plus have my Zhonya's if I need to. What's good about Zhonya's is it really just buys you time to get those abilities on. But you see how annoying it can be when there's a Rell. That's really hard to kill, but also can just deal damage while also seeing you. Extremely difficult to play against. Q range is short, so you're gonna really have to play on like those cooldowns to catch up to people. Make sure we get the CC, speed up, and then pop them. Pop them. Pop them. I think there's a pink here. Nope. Okay, we're gonna base. But this is like where you're really starting to peak. And I mean, you can easily get kills too. There's just phases where you can, you know, when I wasn't farming, I felt like I might have played poorly at the point where I wasn't really farming. So those moments were really bad for me. I should have kept my CS going and the game would be much better. So let's try not to do those points where like I didn't I died and I went to die again. That's really bad. That's a general thing for jungle too. When you die, your jungle camps are like up or about to spawn, and then you go and you die again without farming them. That's stuff that's really gonna set you behind on a lot of champions. So just have to remember that. Here I'm just gonna keep queuing it while I'm like doing it. So remember, it hits like on the back end too, so you can actually kind of queue 2 camps like that. Here I generally, before like an objective or anything, let's just, here's a trick. Do your quadrant, like farm one side of your jungle fast. So here I'm just gonna farm this one side, and now I'm grouped up and ready to go. And when I have time to go here, I can easily farm my other side of the map. Okay, maybe not the best engaged. Though to be fair, I think that could have been a good fight. Keanu was there. To be fair, I think so. And also I didn't R before I W. So you got a W, then you R while you're in the W animation. And that was just a little misstep by me, but like, you know what happens, so it's all good in the hood. Still extremely strong, still extremely tanky, you know, really gonna be hard for them to kill me. Redemption is a great item, by the way. I think very good. It's a very good item. Even though like you're not really healing that much, but it's just like a very strong, powerful item, of my opinion, for team fights. Just try not to make that mistake again. I do have flash up though. I think the next fight will be much better for us. Here at this point, I'm not really going to farm my Krugs that much. It just takes a while. And also, I don't really have the W for a lot of camps. You just kind of queue them down now. Here we get this point, we're just really fast. Ooh, if I got that Zonya's off, it would have been so good. I'm surprised Kai'Sa is not killing in that combo, but she went to this really bad build. Bro, I don't know why people always build like this Kai'Sa style. It does like so little damage when you could just be building like AD Kai'Sa and dealing like 3 times as much damage is what I find. It's like negative. Static Shiv is like not really that good anymore after the nerfs. A really bad item. Like if you look at her build, she has 0 AD, which is, right, it's just 45, but like compared to like an actual like build path, very weak. But Camille's online, so that's good. I'm gonna speed her up here. Honestly, I think if they come, it will be really hard for them. Oh, there's the engage. Oh no! Oh no! Buddy, how much am I doing these fights, man? Oh shit. How much is your boy doing, man? Where's my team, man? No one's looking to engage, man. It's so sad. I'm doing God's work here. I'm glad that Kiana went in though. Baron's up, but my Camille wants to like farm. Need those camps to heal, my man. How would you be able to do this now, though? Whenever you W, you get a shield too, so it just helps. You take 0 damage from Baron, so you don't really have to dismount too. You can just keep autoing it with the extra damage. Now, I mean, now I'm doing all right. Can't really buy that. So let's see with the itemization. You know, I would really like this item, but I think for now I'm just gonna buy Ink Wars and a 4 quad because I think this is like the final push, right? This will be like the very last push, so I'm just gonna make sure we did. Let me make sure we get it done. Like, I don't need blue. At this point, you really don't have to farm anymore. You just want to get you just want to make sure you get picks going. Just that idea. Make sure you get in positions to like be ready to fight, and then just be ready to go engage. We'll have flashlight. Ooh, I mean, that's just the power, bro. Amazing engage at the end, though. Hope you guys liked that video. I mean, that's Rell jungle for you. Just wanted to give an option for people who want to play that kind of supported jungler. If you liked the video, let me know in the comments below, and also subscribe, like if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.